to move on right now. A man who lives in Campbell County says he is tired of the eyesore right across the road from his home.
Yeah, he looks at an old schoolyard that is filled with junk cars, more than 100 of them. Matter of fact, he invited WATE 6 on Your Side consumer reporter Don Dare to see for himself what it looks like.
Well, you know, the owner of the property says the old schoolyard is used as part of his towing business, and he said nothing is wrong with the place, but you'll see a little bit different in a moment here. According to the Appraisal Institute, the condition of a neighbor's home or property could potentially reduce a home's value up to 10%. In Campbell County, a homeowner would like to see his neighbor clean up the property that he owns. When Roy Stevens walks out of his front door, he doesn't like what he sees across the road, across Highway 116 in Caryville.
Just a junkyard where a school used to be.
Kids stopped playing on the old swings here 10 years ago. Roy says before it closed, the view of Ridgewood Elementary School didn't look like this.
On the front that I can see out my front window, there's about 60 cars.
This is the back view of the old school from I-75 northbound. Beyond the storage units are dozens of more cars in the ravine. From Google Earth, in this picture taken several years ago, vehicles surround the building, the old schoolhouse.
Well, it decreases my property value tremendously, you know, because it is in my front yard.
Mr. Stevens bought his home 12 years ago. He was hoping to downsize and move.
It depresses me. It causes me not to want to do anything to improve my property, to get it ready to sell, because nobody's going to buy in front of a junkyard.
The owner of the old school property is Thomas Job. We'll hear from him in a moment. The I-75 auto parts and scrapyard is about a mile from Mr. Job's property. A long, high fence surrounds this licensed junkyard. State rules for a junkyard say it's a place of business for storing, keeping, buying, and selling dismantled or wrecked vehicles. That 10 or more vehicles constitute an automobile graveyard. And a barrier or a screen is to be erected to conceal or screen the property from the roadway.
The junkyard right down the road has a fence, but this junkyard doesn't have a fence.
And according to the rules, there should be a fence.
Absolutely, absolutely. 10 or more vehicles will constitute a junkyard.
What's going on?
Hey, Mr. Job. Don Dare from Channel 6. Good to see you.
I want to talk to you if you're trying to throw off on my school here.
Apparently, Thomas Job knew what we wanted to talk about even before we asked.
Is this a junkyard or what?
It's not a junkyard, it's a damn towing company.
It's a towing company.
It's a towing company.
That's his tow truck behind us. We checked. His business is licensed by the U.S. Department of Transportation.
You have a lot of vehicles over there,
Yeah.
and they don't look like they're in good repair.
Well, when I see one that's a deal, I buy it.
How often do you move these vehicles?
I sold 6 the other day. When I buy an old junk car, I sell it for $100. And I mean, maybe I buy it for $100 and sell it for $200.
That old junk car up yonder that's all abandoned and looks all rusty?
I just bought that old 55 over at the 55 Ford.
You're aware of the rules and regulations about junkyards?
If I had a junkyard, I'd be well aware of them.
Here they are right here.
I'd be well aware if I had a junkyard.
10 or more vehicles will constitute an automobile graveyard.
This time he had no response. We also asked about the vehicles in the ravine behind the school. He said they're not abandoned.
How about the one over yonder that doesn't have any motor in it?
Oh, now that, I just got it for parts.
Parts.
The State Department of Environment and Conservation sent an inspector to Mr. Job's property a few days after our interview. In this letter, the Division of Water Pollution Control said Mr. Job's site does not have permit coverage for stormwater discharges associated with automobile salvage yards, and the state wants to see him at their Knoxville office for a review. Roy Stevens believes state action may eventually get the property across from his home cleaned up. Now, that letter sent by the Department of Environment and Conservation to Mr. Job, TDEC wants him to come by their Knoxville office this Thursday. They want him to outline a strategy and plan a schedule to bring his property in compliance with water quality control rules that are associated with salvage yards. Of course, you heard Mr. Job say he does not have a salvage yard or a junkyard, but we'll see what happens this
Thursday when he meets with TDEC.
Yeah, we'll see what everybody's saying at that point.
Right.
All right, Don, appreciate it. Thank you, sir. I know you'll continue to follow that for us as well. And if you have a consumer question for Don, send him an email at ddare@wat.com. You can also call a 6 on Your Side hotline number 865-633-5974.